welcome to the NYXUS podcast. Yes, another Friday night. Always a little late. You know me. You know me. It wouldn't be me if we wouldn't be a little late. My
It's a single.
co-host, yes, Sarah Hunted Photography.
Hello.
Tonight, the man, TB, the man behind EddieFest.
Whoa.
How's it going, guys?
Good, good. We should be here for a while, guys. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. This man has Eddie Fest. He has what, two bands also?
Three.
Three. There we
Oh,
go. He keeps himself busy, busy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll let you introduce yourself at everything you do.
Hey, guys. I'm TB or Tracy, whatever you prefer. I am the organizer and I guess co-operator of EddieFest. That started in 2021, and we're in our third year doing it. I also play guitar and sing, share code lead vocals in a band called Blitzkid. We've been around since 1997. Broke up for a little while in 2012, got back together in 2019. I've been in the Gathering of None as vocalist, main songwriter, and guitars in the studio since 2013. And I just recently joined a band out of Charleston, West Virginia, friends of mine for years. Another kind of horror punk band, similar to the style that Blitzkid plays, called the Big Bad, and I play guitar and do background vocals in that band.
See,
oh wow.
I told you guys we'd be here for a while.
Yes.
Well, good to have you, TB.
Thank you. I apologize in advance if you guys hear my dogs barking in the background at any point.
No worries.
Animals.
We have dogs, kids, all the. So don't worry. You might even see a cat at one point jump on my
Hey, that's all
shoulder.
right. I got two cats too, so
You never know what can happen at the NYXUS podcast.
right.
Never
No.
know. So we're gonna start talking about Eddie Fest first. So we're
Mhm.
gonna get into the big topic. We're gonna get into the big festival coming up, which unfortunately we won't be able to be there, but Sarah will be. So she will relay everything back to us. Will bring us some
Yes.
awesome photography that we could show. So
There you go. There you go.
I'm excited.
Yes. So EddieFest, like I said, EddieFest began in 2021, and it's called EddieFest because it's named after a friend of ours named Eddie Baker. And Eddie was kind of like everybody has them, right? Everybody has, like, in your local music scenes, everybody has, one or two guys, or one or two women, or what have you, who are always at every show. Doesn't
Mm.
matter the genre. It could be classic rock, it could be death metal, it could be punk, it could be grunge, it could be just metalcore or whatever. Eddie was that guy for us here in the local West Virginia scene of Bluefield and surrounding areas. And Eddie was kind of just always around, always there, always taking photos of bands, always, helping bands get to gigs, buying merch, posting photos online. So he was just kind of a champion of the local music scene here. And when I say local, like I said, I don't mean just the two Bluefields of Virginia, West Virginia. I mean, we're talking Wytheville, parts of North Carolina, parts of Kentucky, parts of South Carolina. Like, Eddie was all over the place. And anyway, be that as it were, that Eddie was such a great friend to so many of us over the years, for like, some of us for over 30 years at that point in 2021. Eddie became ill, and was in the hospital. And, I don't know if it was just out of we just felt the need. I don't want to say out of necessity, because I don't know, like, if it was a dire thing of where all his expenses aren't going to be covered or anything like that, but we just felt like we should do something to help, because
Mhm.
Eddie's always been there for us. And it was myself and a guy named Joey Lowe. We decided, okay, look, we're going to set up, a show for Eddie, to help, at least maybe help with some medical costs. Let's try to do that, at least, because at that point he had been in the hospital for a few months, and as everybody knows, you're in a hospital for 2 or 3 days, you're looking at thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
I can only imagine, months at a time. So we decided, yeah, we should do that to help. And So within like 8 weeks, we secured a venue, we secured 8 bands, we secured backline, we secured sound, and in the amount of time that it took us to do all that, Eddie passed away. So yeah, and that was heartbreaking for everybody, and so we said, okay, well, you know what, we're still going to do it, but now it's going to be a tribute show, So that's how EddieFest originated, and that was, like I said, that first one was in December of 2021, and then 2023 we did last year at the same venue, a place called the Clover Club in Bluefield, West Virginia. It's upstairs from a really cool restaurant called the Rail Yard, and it's about a 300-400 cap room. It's pretty big, and we've had in last year, it was the first time we had vendors and sponsors and everything like that. And this year we're just kind of doing the same thing. We have EddieFest 3 will be April 27th, 2024 at the Clover Club upstairs at the Rail Yard. And we have Inferior Design, Lana Day, Waken the Sleeper, Dying Oath, the Raging Nathans, Moonscar, Sever the Wicked, Oceans Above, A Gathering of None, which is my band, small plug there, the Jericho Harlot, Lethal Dread, and one more. Who am I forgetting? Halo Scars. So we got 14 bands. This is the biggest one we've done yet. This is 14 bands this year. Waken the Sleeper are coming to play this thing from frickin' Kansas, which is awesome.
That's amazing. We've had them on the podcast already. Some amazing people.
Yeah, they're good. They're good people. I like them a lot, and I like their music too. Oceans Above are also from way out in Oklahoma. They're coming to play this thing. The Raging Nathans are from Dayton, Ohio. They're coming down. Yeah, it's a lot of local bands. Because that's in the spirit of what Eddie was to the local scene. We'd like to keep it not all local bands, but predominantly local bands, which is why we have Inferior Design, Dying Oath, Gathering of None, Moonscar, Sever the Wicked. And so it's going to be our biggest one yet. And like I said, that's April 27th. 2024 at the Rail Yard with the Clover Club upstairs from the Rail Yard, and tickets are $20 in advance or $25 day of, and that's people are like, oh, $25, and I'm like, yeah, it's 14 bands, that's not. I don't think that's a bad. I don't.
$25. I mean, how about all the big festivals? How much you guys pay to go see your big shows?
Yeah, exactly.
Taylor Swift. How much do we pay for Taylor Swift? Thousands of dollars. $25.
Right, exactly.
14 bands. One hell of a fucking day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going from 12 p.m. in the afternoon to 11 p.m. that night. So, if there's any bands that you want to see in particular at any point during the day, afternoon, April 27th, there's going to be bands. So, and we got a lot of cool vendors. I actually, one of our biggest sponsors. It's the event is being presented by a company called My Merch Guy, and they have they have sponsored us this year, and they're really cool. They actually did some EddieFest themed T-shirts for us, and some koozies and things like that. And those guys are great. Like every band on the bill, save for a couple, have gotten merch from them. So it was just kind of a no-brainer to work with them. And, we're excited to be partnered with them this year for it.
I see My Merch Guy floating around out there with the bands. Dying Note was the last one I saw showing off their new merch today. Was it today? Yesterday?
I think it was today, yeah. But
they blend into each other, guys. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Good. Yeah, but yeah, they're great. Andy from My Merch Guy is really cool, and he hooked us up and was like, look, we'll sponsor the event. We'll do some EddieFest T-shirts for you guys, and that was awesome. And like I said, I think there's maybe 2 or 3 bands that are on the bill that they have not done merch for at this point. So it was kind of a no brainer,
Wow.
and I was really glad. I was really glad that they they offered, and we definitely took them up on it. So when you guys get a chance, any bands out there that are listening, mymerchguy.com, go check them out. They do great work. I could vouch for them personally. They've done stuff for Gathering of None, Moonstar, all like I said, pretty much all the bands that are playing on the festival. So.
That's nice merch. I've seen their merch.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man. It's top
He had
quality.
a lot of
nice guy.
stuff. It's not only T-shirts; they have a lot of stuff.
Hats.
Yeah. They do everything. They do a little bit of everything.
You want to talk about the sponsors a little more, because those sponsors are very important.
Absolutely.
I'm working on the Vet Fest here in Gastonia, and those sponsors, man, you guys don't even know how much your contribution is so important to these festivals.
Absolutely.
So important.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, one I'd like to talk about that we didn't get, but it was kind of a shoot your shot kind of thing. They said they weren't going to be able to do it, but I was going to try to get the folks from Liquid Death to come down and do hawk some of their waters and stuff like that, but they unfortunately weren't able to do it. But they said keep us in mind for next time, and I said okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, those
absolutely.
companies have a budget also, so
Yeah, exactly. But no, as far as sponsors, we actually have a local grocer here called Goodson's Grocery that agreed that they donated some money to help sponsor the event, as well as the coolest record store around, still going. It's been going for I think since 1999. It's in Princeton, West Virginia, just outside of Bluefield, called Cheap Thrills Records, and they've helped us out this year as well, and and we have a lot of cool vendors. We have independent authors coming to sell their books. We have lots of people doing some themed craft type stuff, some jewelry.
Yeah.
We have a tattoo shop locally that's going to be coming and selling some of their stuff and doing consultations for people. So yeah, it's going to be really cool.
That
is awesome.
It's fun. It's fun when the community gets involved.
Yeah, exactly. And one of our biggest vendors actually for all the comic book, Magic the Gathering or gaming people out there, you guys should definitely come and check out the Comic Monsters table at EddieFest, because they're going to be a vendor. They're one of the largest comic book shops in Salisbury, North Carolina. So they've been around since the late '90s as well. So they're going to be. I'll probably spend all my money at that table because I'm a comic book nerd. So.
Well, here's another co-host that we have once in a while. You guys know Manda.
Manda.
Hey.
Hi.
How's it going?
Hello.
All right, but yeah, that's pretty much EddieFest in a nutshell. That's how it began. That's where we're headed, and we hope that next year it'll be even bigger. And we're looking at probably doing a bigger venue, more bands. We hope for it to grow every year. Last year we saw the attendance double from the first one, so this year hopefully that'll be more the same. It'll be more than double this time. So. We'll see. It's weird because the one thing that I've found this year is it's been a little more difficult, I guess, to nail down people who are, how it is. People, oh yeah, I'll be there. You create event on, create the event page on Facebook, and it's like, oh yeah, 600 people are interested, but it's one of those things where that would be cool to go to, but I gotta.
Interested, but are you coming?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not enough just to be interested.
Yeah. I'm like, we need you. We need you there. We need you there. But it's one of those things where I think, with the economy and everything being what it is right now, I think people are just kind of. We're going to show up the day of and just pay at the door. And that's fine with me, as long as you're there, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool, and that's fine. Show up at the door and pay that day.
It's also the uncertainty, with jobs
Yeah.
especially, you never
Yeah.
know. Like it's like us, like me and Matt try to go as many shows as we can, but it's hard for us to plan in advance because we never know if she's gonna work that night or not. So
Right,
often the night before or the day of, we just go and we pay the full cover. And yes,
Yeah.
we pay more, but I mean, I don't. Once again, what's $25 when if I want to go see Sleep Token? How much are the tickets?
230.
Like,
And
Yeesh.
down in Florida, nosebleeds
Say it real
75.
fast. It don't sound like a whole lot.
like for me, it's a no-brainer. That
Yeah.
much money, that's what
Yeah.
10 shows?
That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. At 20,
That's
20
like
bucks,
half
20 bucks.
groceries.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's at
That's-
least
that's-
one show and me wasted drunk.
That is absolutely. So what does the lineup look like? Who are we starting the day with when we come?
Lethal Dread's kicking things off. They are a kind of how to describe it. I don't want to say black metal because sometimes that turns people off because there's certain kind of vocally they're kind of reminiscent of black metal in places, but musically they're just straight up like I don't know, probably like early '90s thrash. They're kind of old
Death
school.
metal.
They're kind of old school in that regard. Yeah,
Thrash metal.
yeah. They're kicking things off, and then I think Oceans Above is on after them. I don't have the lineup in front of me right now, but Oceans Above is on after them, and that's the other thing too that I wanted to touch on, and that I didn't get to, or that I forgot to, talking about EddieFest and its origins, going back to who the event's named after. It didn't matter, like he loved all kinds of, as long as it was fell under the umbrella of hard rock. Eddie was all about it. Didn't matter what kind. And that's what kind. That's whether it was, like I said, in this case, whether it's thrash metal or kind of metalcore or emo or kind of deathcore or punk rock or kind of just hard rock or grunge or whatever. We got all those things on this festival this year, and that's what we always try to do with it as well every year, because everybody's like, "Oh, it's such a diverse lineup." I'm like, "Yeah, we do that on purpose because." For me, I've been to and I've played so many, all day events or all day shows or all day festivals where it's just one thing after another, and it's just like, man, give me some variety here. Give me some give me some variance, please. Because I'm that way as well. I like all kinds of hard music, so. It doesn't matter to me. Oh, well, there's a metalcore band going on right before a pop punk band. Fucking cool. Let's do it. Let's go. Whatever.
Why not?
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Exactly. Yeah. And, and there's all, and I don't know how it is, for you guys locally where, and your scenes are, and it's never been like that here either. But, there have been some places that I've visited over my years, where it's like, oh, well, the metal band is not going to, the metal band that you guys are opening for is not, and their fans aren't going to like you. And I'm like, screw that. Like I was playing death metal I was playing in a death metal band when you were 6. Now I'm playing in a horror punk band. So shut up. No, it's just one of those things for me that's just always funny. It's like, there's no like,
I need a break. I love screaming. I love, what I mean? But once in a while, after I heard a full setup of, I'd love to hear something a little lighter.
Yeah, man. Yeah, there's room for all kinds, and that's kind of how we look at it with EddieFest. We try to go out of our way to make people, like I said, go, oh wow, what a diverse bill. There's kind of something here for everybody. We're like, yeah, exactly. Because not everybody.
Like my playlist. I love a good lineup that sounds like my playlist.
That's awesome. Because not everybody's going to like the Raging Nathans, or they're not going to hate them, but I mean they're not going to be like, oh, yeah, pop punk, right on. But and by the same token, not everybody's going to like Inferior Design or Sever the Wicked, or everybody's going to come out to appreciate who they want to see, and that's awesome because, like I said, there's so many local bands on the bill that all their audiences are going to come out, and that's going to that's going to be a diverse crowd as well, and which luckily, as we found doing it the last two times, everybody gets along. Everybody's there just to support music and just support local bands or regional bands or national bands or whatever. So that's awesome. That's why we do it.
Yeah. Like, who
Absolutely.
do you think the farthest band out, like, traveling is for this show?
Um, I believe it's going to be Oceans Above. They're coming from around the Tulsa area. Uh,
True.
After that, Waking the Sleeper. They're from frickin'
Yeah.
Kansas, so they're coming a long way
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, and their
Like I
bass
said,
player's from Texas.
right,
We ain't
right,
in
right.
Kansas anymore, Toto.
they're
We're gonna
they're
be in the sticks.
they're gonna be they're gonna be saying that once they get to this area. They're like, holy
Yeah.
shit, you know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Bluefield's like
uh,
2 hours from me, so I
yeah,
know.
yeah, let's see. Raging Nathans, they're coming from Dayton, Ohio. And I believe the only other band that's traveling like super far is the Jericho Harlots. They're coming from Fort Wayne, Indiana area. So
I love that name, by the way.
it's a great name. Yeah,
It is. It
it,
is.
it's deceiving though because you hear that name and you're like, but you
No,
listen to
it's
them.
not.
Yeah, you listen to them and they're kind of just kind of a punky kind of alternative grungy kind of band. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Um, But yeah, we got some people making some miles this year for it. It's gonna be awesome.
it is. It's going to be a really good show. The lineup is amazing.
I think so. I think I said there's something for everybody.
Yes.
What?
Who's closing the show?
Line of Day is headlining. They are closing
Okay.
things out. Yep.
Those are such great guys.
Yeah, they're super cool. Like and talking to them, from getting them booked and everything. And I have to mention my partners here, KB and
Yes.
Adam from Inferior Design. They've been super big helps this year. You know, as well as the folks from LDR. This is unfortunately going to be the last time we're doing things with LDR. Next year will be the start of my own production company called Blood from Stone Productions. So we'll be doing it under that banner from here on out after this year. But yeah, everybody from LDR and especially KB and Adam from Inferior Design, they've been such great helps this year. Adam actually hooked us up with Lana Day, so Adam actually got the sound guy nailed down. Adam actually got
Really?
yeah, Adam got my merch guy involved. He just was like, hey, my merch guy wants to talk to you. I was like, yes, tell him to send me a message. So Rob Volkov, love seeing Manda K on this. Love and respect everyone. Thank you, Rob. Um, but no,
Hi,
That
Rob.
is the best.
but no, it's cool. Everyone is just working so well this year, and it's a big undertaking. Everybody's like, oh man, how are you guys going to pull that off? And I'm like, well,
A
You
lot of
got a
work.
team behind you. They'll do it.
yeah, yeah,
A lot
Adam's
of
great. We're
fucking
gonna
work.
An
have
amazing
a
team.
lot of work, a
Mhm.
lot of work.
we're
My
gonna have
my
Inferior Design on tomorrow.
nice,
We
nice.
do have a playlist on Spotify, guys.
Yes, we
TV
do.
shared it with me, EddieFest 3. So if you
Yep.
guys want a little taste of what you're going to get over there, there it is. Speaking of, what are we playing?
You know what? Let's play because I forgot
Thank you
because I
so
forgot to
much.
mention. Hey, getting some shout
Thank
out.
you.
Happy
Hey,
Easter, Mark.
Mark.
Um,
Happy Easter.
let's do since I forgot to mention them, and I'm sorry, guys, if you're listening.
Ah,
Let's let's play Call of the Void by Truck Stop.
absolutely. Let's do this. All right,
And
we're
I
going
need to grab
to.
my glasses.
There you go. See, we're gonna give everybody a little leg break. I'm gonna go grab a something to drink. TB's gonna go walking around in Robert's house. We should text
Yeah.
Robert and tell him that TB's
Oh
in
my
his
God.
house.
I'm gonna play the piano behind me.
Uh, Robert is touching your piano. I'm just saying. All
Robert.
right, let's see. Let's get some truck stop in here, and we will be right back, guys.
All right.
hear anything. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm deaf. Is this how it ends?
All right. I shall return, guys.
Alrighty.
Truck stop. We don't hear it. Oh no.
No, I don't hear it either.
I don't either. Yeah.
I hear a dull roar.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Because I could hear it really loud.
It's like a dull, if I had music on in my living room.
I'm going to tell you one thing. It was not dull in my ears. I mean, it is not bad music, that's for sure. But it was very aggressive in my ears. I loved it. Let me see. I'm sure we could do something else. It's one of the first times we're trying to run it on Spotify, which I think this is the issue we're having. So we will go back to. We're gonna go back to good old YouTube. Because most of the bands, don't forget to subscribe to everybody here tonight, please. You can find Manda under Southern Rituals. Make sure you subscribe to everybody, guys. But here it is. The truck stop, Call the Void. We got it. And there's a video. Look at that. Oh, shit. Can you guys hear it now?
Welcome back to the Boneyard. It's your girl Hexorcist, Mistress of Metal.
Thank-
Up next, I have a very special treat for you, my boys in truck stop. Here is Call of the Void.
Well, I peered down into the well, but I couldn't see a thing. Complete blackness. Utter silence.
What did you do then?
What did I do? I ran like hell.
Been chugging only water, shoving up stakes.
That was really
Yes.
good.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
those guys are great.
It's hard to pinpoint like their sound. Their style is like
Like
80s,
a very
but modern day punk.
What's
like
up,
a
man?
metal, it's like a 80s punk Halloween town.
Yeah, you know the great thing about those
Yeah.
guys. The great thing about those guys too is they used to they used to be called Rat Tail.
Oh,
I'm sure Mark enjoyed this one. It was kind of like a horror movie at the same time. So
Yeah. Those guys are fun, man. You know, it's funny. They're also too. I'm dropping all kinds of dirt on them now. Their bass player, their bass player Jerry was actually in a movie that you can watch on Amazon about wrestling. It's called Marking Out. He's gonna be mad at me for telling you guys that, it's on Amazon if you guys want to see Jerry from Truck Stop in a movie about wrestling.
see, this is why I love these festival interviews because we get the dirt on people.
You know, it's a great movie. It's a great movie too because it kind of goes into you know. It kind of comes from the perspective of like lapsed fan, you know, like these guys are like, well, we're in our 30s and we like wrestling still, but we kind of hate it now, but we love it still, you know. So they go around and they interview a lot of wrestlers, and they go and like they kind of find their love of it again through going to a bunch of different independent wrestling shows and stuff like that. So it's a good flick if you like wrestling, check it out.
I'll have to
Yeah.
check it out. Absolutely.
Yeah,
why did they pull Travis
it's called Marking
from
Out.
Savor the Wicked?
What's
They got
that?
Travis from Savor the Wicked.
Oh yeah,
Travis
yeah.
from Savor the Wicked. Yeah, I didn't know he wrestled, and then one of my my husband's best friend, he's like, yeah, Travis used to wrestle, and then somebody
Yep.
else, I think Corey Chop, maybe they did it, and I didn't know that they did it. I'm like, huh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there was actually an independent wrestling organization around here when I first moved back into the area in 2019. I moved back down from Massachusetts. I lived in Massachusetts for like 10 years. That was called West Virginia Championship Wrestling, and went to a couple of events that they had here in Bluefield and Princeton. But then they just kind of folded. I'm not sure why, but it was fun. It was fun. They
It's hard to keep that kind of stuff up and going around here.
well, you know, the thing is with a lot of, especially independent wrestling, it's pretty much the parallels between that and independent bands are so similar because, you know, you got these guys going out and they're busting their asses and they're taking these bumps for like sometimes $25-$40 a night and having
Maybe.
to drive like, maybe. Sometimes sometimes the promoter's like, here's a hot dog and a Coke, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You know, but
A lot of people don't play anymore for that kind of shit, though.
yeah.
Listen, and especially you should not have to pay to play.
No. I'm a big advocate of not doing that.
Yeah, no.
You shouldn't have to.
No, it's you know, especially in band situations, it's you know, it's on the promoters, it's on the venues. It's, you know, it's not the band's responsibility to get people there to get tickets sold. You know.
Well, I mean, it's a joint effort. I mean,
It is,
the band should promote the show. If the band is
Sure.
not promoting your own show, I mean,
Well, yeah, that's
You
what
know?
I mean. But you know, like you're not
But-
like why are you required to sell tickets for it too? You know, like that's if you're promoting it and you're putting your best foot forward, you're you know, posting on social media about it, et cetera, then why
But
should you have to sell tickets as well? You know.
usually do though. If you're doing a show, you want people to be there, so you want to promote. I mean, it goes hand in hand.
You
Is
know,
that my mic?
I don't know.
My mic's not hard.
It's not mine because I'm muted.
I don't know. I stopped moving, so I was fidgeting.
Breathe.
Can you hear me?
Might be.
Yep.
We hear you, Sarah. Yeah.
Okay.
Ah.
1, 2.
Just a ghost. Just a ghost in the connection.
Right. Ghost in the machine.
It's the Fear podcast that come in and interrupts once in a while, guys. I'm sorry. Mark is here, so Mark might be doing some weird horror stuff. Mark, stop messing up.
Quit voodooing with the shit.
Leave the horror. We're not doing horror movies tonight. I mean,
Leave the whores alone. Whatever she
Put
said.
did
put
she
the
say
Ouija-
whores?
Yes.
Yes.
Leave the whores alone. Mark.
Mark, I'm all for you. I'm all for you not leaving the whores alone. Go ahead.
I'm not wearing my shirt right now. I'm not wearing my shirt. I was gonna wear it. I was gonna wear it, but I
prematurely
was like,
wore it. You had it on this morning.
Yep, I have a shirt that says "I love sluts."
Oh.
Because I mean, well, she's not better. What's your shirt say, love?
Don't be mean to me. I'll come.
Yep. Don't let us go shopping together.
We are
right along.
We are uncensored and live right now, ladies and gentlemen.
We are Facebook Live. We're gonna
there,
get kicked.
there it goes.
Oh, we're gonna get zucked.
I don't care. Come get me, Mark Zuckerberg.
Horrors in a southern accent almost always sounds like whores. Yeah.
Yep.
Horrors.
Yep. It does. It really does.
100%.
Well, let's do a bit of, let's see what you guys. Sarah,
Yes.
pick a band on the lineup.
Oh my god.
Who
That's
are you
so
dying
hard
to
because I
see
love
live? Like, yes, but who are
Okay,
you
well,
dying to see live? Because you've seen a lot of them already.
Yeah, so I'm gonna roll with somebody I've not seen play live, and I'm gonna go Waking the Sleeper.
Okay.
Well, you
'Cause
were a
I've
big
seen
fan
it.
when you did the interview with me there that night.
Yeah.
As Sarah's bringing a lot of cool bands to the show, so I appreciate her a lot. She brought TB to the show. She's a very good addition to my chaos.
I'm not a cool band, but I'm a cool band guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
you put on a cool show.
You have like 3 bands.
Three,
You're putting
yeah.
EddieFest. I mean, you're pretty cool, man.
You're
You are pretty
you're
fucking
busy,
cool.
cool man.
When did it all start, TB? The love for music, that passion.
It's funny. It's one of those things where like I have pretty good instant recall and like a photographic memory anyway. I can tell you the exact moment. I don't know the exact date, but I know the year and I know the time of year. I had been interested in music. I was in 5th grade at this point, and I'm 47 now, so that gives you an idea. That was a long time ago. But I was I was in.
Don't remind me. Don't.
I'm actually just 26. No, I was in 5th grade, so this was like 1987 ish. I had went to a yard sale with my mom, and like I said, I was already starting to get into like rock music and stuff like that, because you'd see bands on MTV and everything, and you start to hear songs you'd like on the radio and stuff of that nature. And I was already kind of gravitating toward hard rock and things of that nature. But I went to a yard sale with my mom that one of her friends was having, and her friend's daughter's boyfriend was selling a bunch of cassettes at said yard sale. And out of the cassettes, which was everything from like Grim Reaper and like Dio and Dokken and some Slayer and stuff like that, I picked out, based on the album covers, because album art is still one of my favorite things. But based on the album covers alone, they didn't look too scary. They looked somewhat safe, something that my mom would probably let me buy at the time. Because again, I'm in 5th grade. I'm like 10, 8, 9, or 10, and they were 2 AC/DC cassettes. They were Highway to Hell and Who Made Who. So those 2 cassettes literally sparked my interest in music, especially hard rock, metal, what have you. at the ripe old age of 10 years old. And then from there, it was, no looking back. When I was 12, I didn't get a drum kit, but my father at the time bought me, bought me a snare. I mentioned that I wanted to play drums, wanted to learn how to play drums, and so my father bought me a snare drum at the time, not a full drum kit, but just a snare drum, right? So, and at the time, I was really big on Appetite for Destruction from Guns N' Roses, as most everybody was around that time. And I would sit literally like our house was formerly a double house. Like one family lived on one side, we lived on the other. But then the people that owned the house that sold it to my family just said, we're not going to, you guys, it's your house now. So literally, like, there's identical living rooms, identical bedrooms, identical bathrooms, but there's two of them, 2-story house. So what would have been one kitchen was actually our dining room, and then just off directly across from that was the kitchen. So in the dining room, my mom, which was where our washer dryer was, and she had like a little end table where she had a boom box where she would play cassettes and whatever she was cleaning and doing laundry or whatnot. And I would sit with the Appetite for Destruction cassette, and I would literally just do the snare hits on the actual snare drum that I had, but I would air drum everything else. And by the time I got a drum, and I did that for like 6 months solid. They probably got so sick of hearing Guns N' Roses. But no, I did that for like 6 months solid, and by that point, I think my dad was like, okay, well, he's serious about this, so he bought me a secondhand drum kit that he found for really cheap, and it was a beautiful pearl black 5-piece export kit, cymbals and everything included. He bought that for me, and by that point, because I had been air drumming everything else except the snare hits, I already knew how to play drums. And so then, I got bored of that, and I wanted to play guitar. So my uncle Mike, who lived just up the street from me, sold me. I wish I still had it too, because it'd probably be worth a fortune now. Sold me an old 1960s, harmony guitar for $30. Yeah, so I learned how to play guitar on that, and from that point, it was off to the races. I was in my first band at 14. Been doing it ever since.
There's no music. There's no age to music.
No.
Even on the podcast, the youngest boy I had was 13. I call him a boy. He spoke like a grown ass man. He was incredible. Mr. Wrecker Ians, he was incredible. And the oldest gentleman I had, I think, was 76. So music, and he was a drummer, and he probably could have outdrummed a lot of you young drummers out there. I'm sorry to say, but
it doesn't leave you. It's one of those things. Once it's in you and it's part of you, it's going to be there.
Well, there's how many studies that show that music stays even if your brain goes.
Yeah.
Music will always bring you back, even for a second.
Yep.
You'll be back just to sing a song, just to say a name. Music is fucking incredible. It's magic.
It's healing. They use it during like when people have Alzheimer's and dementia. Music will help. Like they will sit down at a piano, and if they played piano, they will remember anything that they could play. If they don't even remember their daughter or son's name, they're going to remember that song.
That's awesome.
I don't remember much from my childhood. I guess past trauma or whatever. Whatever. We're not digging that up. I don't care. But music, I could sing any fucking song from my childhood. Put it on, I'll sing it.
Yep.
JT, 6 Scars, Mr. Beyond the Scars. Yes, another man of many projects.
Hey,
A good friend of mine. Thanks for dropping in, JT.
Can we scroll back a little bit and talk about the fact that he was able to listen to Highway to Hell at age 10? I could have never.
The
privilege. I vouch for you, sir. My father would have murdered me.
That's
you
kind
that
of.
Bible Belt.
Completely. Oh, Lord bless it.
I think it was more of like, well, you know, if I give him $1 to buy this, he'll shut up, you know.
Yeah.
Because that's how much they were. They were $1 a piece. So I'm like, Mom,
Yeah.
you know, like, come on,
Yeah,
can I get? I'm like, it's just $2. She's like, yeah, okay, you know. And then like later on, she's probably like, you know, what are you listening to? You know,
If it wasn't Jesus Loves Me, This I Know, or We Climbing Up Calvary, we wasn't listening to it at 10 years old. Amazing Grace, How Sweet the Sound was never as sweet as it was at 10, because that was the only damn music I was like, allowed to listen to. That, now, I will give you this. When I was little, I was able to listen to old country records. So the first songs that I remember that were not gospel were either bluegrass or country. And it was usually Patsy Cline.
oh man, well, nothing wrong with Patsy Cline. She's awesome.
Or Hank
My
Williams
6-year-old
Jr.
is obsessed with Highway to Hell right now. He's been obsessed with AC/DC since he was 4.
I love it.
And
I
I'm
love
still
it.
out on it. I'm like, bud. And he's got that duck walk that Angus has.
Well, her
right
dad
now.
would have had a heart attack. I was playing Gillette Don't Want No Short Dick Man when I was like 12. I mean, we're brought up differently.
Oh, Mom
you
was
know?
buying me Marilyn Manson records.
Yeah,
See,
no,
My
I-
dad, however, the Barbie girl song come on, and he told
Saw
me
The
that he would
Exorcist
go to hell
at 10.
for letting me listening to that.
Hell, Mark, I told you last Fear podcast, I watched, I was younger than that when I watched Poltergeist, and I should never have watched it. The kids today, they're not like us. They're not built like us.
No. Well, that's the thing too. Like, you know, you were saying, you know, if you got to listen to AC/DC at 10 years old, you're also talking about, you know, God love him. You're also talking about a house that I grew up in where, you know, my dad allowed me to watch, like, you know, shit like Porky's with him and stuff. So, you know, that we were pretty.
What's a Porky's?
Porky's the movie? Oh,
Porky's? Have you not seen
Porky's.
I'm
Porky's?
too young for that, I'm sure.
Too young, yeah.
It's
Come on.
well, I mean,
You guys
I'm
are-
32 and I've seen Porky's.
exactly. It's an let's just say it's a very
Too
adult.
sheltered.
Let's just say it's a very adult comedy that I shouldn't have been watching at like 8 years old.
She's like, well, now it's on my list. Now I gotta watch this shit.
Yeah.
So I guess
Now
we're
I
gonna
gotta
be
find-
watching
Yeah,
Porky's.
it's a very adult movie, and there's a Porky's too.
Yeah, Porky's 1, 2, and 3 actually. Porky's is absolutely a male rite of passage. Exactly.
You
Yeah,
get
but
like
now,
Porky's and you get a beer to become
but
a
no,
man.
it's yeah, exactly. I grew this after I watched it. It was,
It just came in while you were watching it.
it did. It did. But
just
no,
happened.
but no, it's funny. Like whenever, and then you know, Porky's isn't the only one. My dad was an amazing father. First of all, I don't want to. I'm not throwing him under the bus at all. He was just a little more like, well, you know, he's gonna see this kind of shit eventually. So whatever.
Yep.
My
You know,
dad made us go to bed before Seinfeld come on because he thought that was too racy. So,
Wow.
yeah.
I feel for you. I thought my dad was bad. You see what had it.
Yeah.
No, but no, like it was funny because you know whenever I would be watching these types of things with my father, when in the case of Porky's, when any male nudity or female nudity came on the screen, he'd just be like, "Hey, cover your eyes," and then, you know, I'd be like,
I'm watching.
and that was good enough, and that was good enough for him, you know. So I was like, "All right, cool." But
Man.
yeah.
As long as he thinks, no, he was covering his eyes. I swear he was
wasn't
covering his
watching.
eyes.
Yeah.
I promise. All right, let's go back to EddieFest. Amanda,
Yes.
Amanda, your turn. Pick a song, any song.
Jericho Harlots.
All right, let's see what we got for Jericho Harlots. Heat Rocks. Okay, can we find it on?
YouTube.
I'm gonna have
I'm
to
not sure.
I'm gonna have to look what's going on and why Spotify's not working. Was working the other day.
I actually sent you via Messenger. I actually sent you an EddieFest 3 playlist for that I made on YouTube. So
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Awesome.
Yeah. I don't know if that has everyone on it, but it's got a lot of them.
I'm gonna have to come in there and listen to those because for whatever reason, when you stream the video, I can't hear it.
Oh,
That's weird.
I get little bitty distant bits and pieces of it, but barely.
Hold on. Let's try this. Maybe you guys tell me. Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if the music is better. I tried something. All right. I found it. I found the song that you want to hear. So, well, the band. The song is according to Mr. TB's list down there. Since it's a lot of bands that I don't know yet, I'm loving it. I am trying to share the screen, guys. I was warned, by the way, StreamYard warned me that, like, they're having issues, so bear with me while I bear with them.
Hey, there it is. I can see it.
There
Yeah.
we go. Yay! Now can we hear it? Let me know.
Let's see. Let's see.
Yes, but now I can't.
Taking her own life. At only 12 years old, she learned a lesson we all should know. You can't take a thing with you when you go. The thing my mama said the most, so you better have a healthy fear of the Holy Ghost. She went back in her room and all that she could think to do was clean her mother's brains off of the wall. Her heart in so much pain, she tried to remove the stain, but some of these deep colors, they don't fade. Think my mama said the most, so you better have a healthy fear of the Holy Ghost. Trying to console. No one would ever know what that little girl was shown, or how that she would never be the same. Well, only God would know how to fix a broken soul. You gotta let it go, let it go. My mama said the most, so you better have a healthy feel of the Holy Ghost.
There we go,
I
guys.
quite enjoyed that.
Same. It was different. There you go. That's what we were saying, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So she really can't. She can't hear anything.
Oh.
I just went.
What?
That's why I was looking at Sarah. I was like, "Can you hear it?" And
Yeah.
She said, "Yeah." She hears.
They remind me of Jack Black.
That's all right. Jack
I had
Black's
to go
awesome.
all the way in there and listen and come all the way back in here.
I love Jack Black, so I have no problem with,
But yeah.
you know what I mean?
He even looks like a bleached Jack Black.
Jack Black. Yeah.
Very much School of Rock, with all adults. That's what it remind me of.
Nothing wrong with that.
I like Tenacious D.
I love Tenacious D.
Tenacious D.
Me too.
Jinx.
Who owes who a Coke now?
I don't know. I'll get you one at EddieFest.
There we go. It's gonna have to be a diet one though.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, you're on that regimen.
I saw your journey there.
Yeah, man. I've lost
You're doing
almost,
great,
right around 50 pounds since August.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Really,
Thank
really
you.
awesome.
So proud
Thank
of
you.
you.
Thank you.
Not
That's
an
hard
easy
to
thing
do.
you're doing.
No, I tore my quad about a year ago. A year ago in mid-April, and I went for my 8-week like post-op. Kind of to checking things out, checking how it's healing and whatnot, and that was the highest weight I've ever seen on the scale. So I was like, okay, I got to do something.
Yeah.
So and losing weight has never come easy for me because I come from a family of broad-shouldered, barrel-chested, short-legged, big people on my dad's side of the family, and
I felt that in my soul.
So it's been very, very, very easy for me to put on weight, but losing the weight is not something that comes easy to me, thanks to my genetics. But we're getting there. We're getting there.
No,
slowly but surely.
Like, well, no, the people will be like, "Oh, it ain't genetics." I'm like, "Yeah, sometimes you have health issues and genetic issues that can make it extremely hard to lose weight."
100%. I'm an endomorph. If you guys know what that means, it's someone that, again, can put on weight just by looking at food and has to have an act of Congress to lose it. So
same here.
I felt that. I moved down here.
I wish.
I moved down here 2 years ago, and the portions compared to Canada, the U.S., the portions are just so
We're very unhealthy
much.
here.
And I'm somebody that does not like to waste. I've been through hardship. So for me, wasting food is like
sure.
So I'll just keep eating.
Yeah, well, for probably Sarah too, because I know that she grew up here in the South.
Yeah.
I was always, clean your plate, man. There's starving people everywhere. Clean your plate, and but as you get older and you become an adult, you kind of go, okay, well, that was fine for me when I was 9, but I'm fucking 40.
Yeah.
I don't need to. I don't
can
need,
save it for later.
Yeah, I don't need to eat the whole sub now. I can eat half of it, that sort of thing. So I mean, at some point, it's a thing of where, oh well, that's how I grew up. That's how I was taught. But you can unteach yourself those things. It's been very hard for me to unteach myself those things. But we're getting there. We're getting there. It's working.
Yeah.
But yeah.
My
So
son
that
is
was
a graze eater. Where he has ADHD, so he don't ever eat a full plate. He will run around and eat. And he's like 40 pounds, and he's 6 years old. And I'm like, as long as he works come back to it, I don't care.
Right, he works it all off, running around. Yeah.
He does.
Maybe I should try doing that. Take a bite, run 2 times around the house, come back in, take a few more bites. Just burn the energy as you go.
Baby.
Couple lines of Coke before every dinner.
Attack.
Right?
Calm down.
Yeah.
Your heart can't
He'll take like
that.
2 bites of pork chop and rice and go hop on our stationary bike for 10 minutes, and he'll come back. And I'm like, why are you trying to burn calories?
That's what you need, babe. A stationary bike.
True story.
That way, if you pass out from over exhausting your heart rate, then you'll be sitting down, so you won't fall as far. We got it figured out. Just
put pillows
do a
around it.
stationary bike. Yeah.
So
Hey, Siri.
I'm looking for a sponsorship for a sponsonaire.
A
Whatever she said.
sponsory bicycle.
A station.
We need a sponsor for a sponsory bicycle.
It's getting late, guys. I'm like 15 minutes past my usual interview time. Come on now.
She can't even say usual,
Yeah.
guys.
Bless your soul. That was me.
I know, bless it.
That's why I bring 2 more co-hosts, because then when they make too much fun of me like this, I go, all right, you guys take the show.
Yeah.
You can't blame it on
Oh,
your
we
French
love
this
you.
time, babe.
It's
You can blame it on
exhausting.
your French like 20 minutes ago when you said tum instead of thumb. You can't blame your French now.
Jeez.
I didn't even catch that then. Wow.
I didn't either.
I hurt my bum. I hurt my bum.
You hurt your bum. That's what Gabe says. Monkey calls it his bum.
Oh.
But go on. Go on. Do the interview. Go on.
KB is hosting this event.
She is.
Is that
Yeah.
right?
She is.
She
Yep.
is so wonderful. I love
She's
that
awesome.
girl so much.
Yeah. She
She
hosted last.
works hard.
She does. She hosted last year's as well. And she's super cool. Always willing to, like, hey, do you have any like stuff going on? Any announcements for EddieFest coming up, or stuff I can promote and whatever. And yeah, she's been super cool. She's been a big help the last 2 years. So shout out to KB. Thank you, darling,
Yes, sir.
for all your help. And
She will work her butt off for any show.
yeah, and I'm excited to see her and her hubby and her little one. He was rocking out last year. He had his headphones on. And, yeah,
Her
it
kids
was
are
awesome.
so wonderful at shows.
Yeah,
They do so good.
raising them
Haven't
right.
had a chance to meet, but have heard good things.
She's awesome. Yeah,
She's
she's
great.
good. She's good people.
She really is. She is why I get to do what I do. Meeting her was just a
Eventually.
big chance thing, and it led over into
Eventually we'll
everything.
We'll have KB eventually, right, Sarah? We're trying
Yep,
to
we're
work
gonna
on
do her and Kat from Metal Mommy Photography, and you and me, and we're gonna talk about female photographers in
That
the metal.
I do know.
scene.
Her, I do know, and I love Kat.
Kat is an amazing little
I love
beautiful
Kat.
soul.
Speaking of Kat and Mindy, can we
Yeah.
maybe play some Dying Oath?
Absolutely,
I mean, we could play some Dying Oath.
Yes.
I'm all for it.
If we wanted, well, no, that's just Mindy, because I was thinking about Kat and Mindy. I was thinking about Mindy's song, but we need to do Dying Oath.
We need to do Dying Oath for sure.
Yeah, I was just thinking about Mindy's song.
But do go check out Mindy's song. She did a cover
Go
of
check out her
Desire
channel.
from Meg Myers. A really good cover, so you guys
Yes.
can check it out also. But
Video
for
is
now, we're gonna
awesome.
give you guys a bit of Dying Oath, which was the first band from the podcast community that we went to go see in the
Oh.
show.
There you go.
Went to meet Mindy, and it was the beginning of some crazy things.
Yes.
And
There they
beautiful
are.
friendships.
Absolutely.
Yes.
The lineup has changed from this video. You guys will not see the same lineup when you see them at EddieFest.
Right.
Nestor is
No.
gone.
Yeah.
Mindy is
Exactly.
taking everything on as solo. And they do have a new bass player. And I am so
Mhm.
sorry, but I'm drawing a blank as the name. Sarah, if you can back me up
Any
on
other
this one.
time, I know his name.
We'll listen to the song and I'll come back with his name. How about that one?
Yeah, that's
But-
what I was about to look up. But this song is amazing, and if you've not heard it, you may want to grab some tissues.
Yes. Yes. Very, that's great.
Very
point.
emotional song.
Trigger warning for sure.
It's a trigger warning.
For some people,
yes,
for
I
sure.
still cry every
but
time.
An incredible song. So here we go.
Joey. It's Joey.
Joey.
The new
I gotta
bass.
come hear my song.
Joey.
Rip the skin
wasn't able to tell you that. So I wasn't able to tell you. We kind of just.
Dying Oat, another fucking amazing band. Some amazing people to hang out
So
with.
good.
Yeah.
Very,
Every show.
very, very tasty. They're awesome.
Every show we get to, and they don't just. It's not just the show and the energy they have off of stage. The whole band,
Yeah.
all
Yes.
of them.
They're such wonderful people.
They are. They're good. They're good folks. And as I sound old, they're good folks.
Good folk. But no,
They're
I love
just-
them. You go ahead.
Well, that's all I was gonna say. I'm just gonna make myself. I'm just gonna continue to make myself sound old the more I talk. So.
I could sit and talk about them all day because they're one of my favorite indie bands. So I could sit and talk about them all day, and I would have all kinds of things to say. But probably some of them I probably naughty and I shouldn't say on Facebook. So
I mean, we'll bring them back and we'll have a conversation with them again.
I'm sorry, did you miss our interview with Rob last week?
Listen.
It was trashy.
Saying dirty things about Mindy and Kat is one thing, but there's other people that have really. I'm gonna shut up. Keep going, moving right along.
She loves them. She really loves them.
Moving right along.
Yes.
But Kat and Mindy are incredible people.
They are.
They are. I love
We can't wait to hang out again. I'm gonna re-invite Dying Oat to the podcast this year because they have accomplished so much since the last time we saw them that I want to get a whole catching up.
Yeah.
They keep growing. They keep growing, and they keep making strides. And probably, I don't I would venture to say, like, probably one of, as far as this region, Southwest Virginia, West Virginia area, probably one of the bigger bands around this area right now, for sure.
Yes, they're dominating it. And Mindy redoing everything for a single vocalist. Her vocals are growing, and it's amazing. And I think everybody's looking forward.
She's a fantastic singer. By the way, I can let you guys in on this. Mindy is actually going to be doing a guest spot on the next A Gathering of None record.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
That is great. I know she's got some special things coming up. She's going to announce, but
I hope that wasn't one of them. Sorry if I let the cat out of the bag too soon.
I know she's been really hard at work. I know she's been doing a lot of things. And keep your eyes open for sure on Mindy Jackson's page. You got some stuff coming up. You had something else coming out today, TB. It wasn't just us coming here to talk about EddieFest. Something else got released this morning, and I'd like to talk about that.
Okay. My band Blitzkid, we released a collection of rarities on vinyl and CD and on the streaming services today. These are songs that span, God, let me think. Probably go back from 2009 all the way up to, a couple of years ago. So yeah, these are all things that were just kind of on compilations or just released as singles, and they weren't widely available over the years. We released them on CD and vinyl today on our own, where we independently release all of our stuff. But yeah, let me make sure I got this right. There's 350 solid white vinyls. Those are almost gone. The 250 clear vinyls are gone. There were less than 100 CDs left at a little after 5 p.m. today. So yeah, we have amazing fans, and I guess we're under, given the benefit that we've been a band since 1997. We have fans literally all over the world. So I can't thank them enough for picking up their Rarities 2 collection that we put out today. And they not only were able to get either a CD or a vinyl or both, they were also able to get a limited edition T-shirt, and each package that is shipped out to them is going to be coming. There it is, Rarities 2. Each package is actually going to be shipped out with a special edition sticker and 1-inch button. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So yeah, and like I said, I don't know where things stand now, but as of a little after 5 p.m. earlier, mostly everything was down to less than 100 copies. So
isn't that amazing?
Wow.
Congratulations!
Crazy.
Oh, there's another one. Order placed. See, there's another order.
Yeah. It's crazy.
You're doing it.
It's crazy, man. It's funny. Yeah. It's funny because we got back together in 2019. Like I said, we broke up in 2012. In 2019, a friend of ours, a friend of the band's, who actually was in the band with us for a little while, ended up passing away right before his 40th birthday, and there was going to be similar to EddieFest. There was going to be a tribute show for him, and the people organizing it, who we were also friends with, said, "Hey, look, his name was Jason Heverin, aka Jason Trioxin," and so the show was called the Trioxin Tribute. So, so his band, he was in a band called Mr. Monster. They're freaking amazing as well. So his bandmates and people that were organizing the show were like, "Look, man, I know that Blitzkid hasn't been doing it for a minute, but Jason would have loved to see you guys. So would you? And so of course we said, of course, yeah, absolutely. And so from that, and it was like we never left. When it was announced, what's up, Robert? When it was announced that we were playing this venue in New Jersey, it's called the Debonair Music Hall. Within and it was going to be 2 days. We were playing both days, and when it was announced that we were officially reuniting for that at the time, just for that show, the venue holds 350 people, and both nights sold out in less than like 24 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're like, oh, okay, well, all right, I guess people want to see us. So, and it was crazy because we played it. It was like we never left. It was awesome. And now we're in a situation. It's great. We're in a situation now where, like I said, we've been around for so long. We've been around for what is it, 1997, 27 years. We've been around so long that now people that used to come see us play when they were teenagers are bringing their teenagers to see us play, or younger. So it's pretty awesome. It's pretty crazy. I'm very fortunate, to be doing it.
Yeah.
Here it is. Sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. You can get t-shirts, guys.
I'm gonna go get me a t-shirt.
Everything else is sold out.
It's crazy. It's and the thing is like, people, and this is where I'm going to get a little not salty, but I'm just going to let people know that we're an independent band, you guys, and whenever we put out something like this, whether it be vinyl or a CD or what have you, we fund it ourselves. So and because we get all the time, like people are like, oh man, there's only like 350 copies. What the fuck, And I'm like, well, because credit cards have limits and we have to pay them off. We don't have a record label behind us. We don't have any support in that regard. So it's all on us, and that's why. And I think I'm not going to go into the specifics, but I think people would be absolutely shocked to find out how expensive it is to press vinyl, especially in copies of over like 100. If you're talking like we did 600 for this, so I'm not, like I said, I won't go into the exact. Thank you, Chris. Exactly, you get it, bro. You get it. It's expensive as shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. But luckily, like I said, we are in a position to where we have such a widespread fan base that whatever money we put back into the band, we could put back into what it costs to do it.
Yeah,
and
but when you see results like this, I mean, like it's crazy. It costs you guys, some money. You guys had to put some money down for sure, but the love that you guys are getting right now is just incredible.
Yeah, the end result is always mind blowing to me, because I think we did, and that's the thing. Like we got back together for that show in 2019 for our buddy, and through that, our old booking agency contacted us and was like, "Hey, saw some footage of you guys playing New Jersey for that tribute show. Are you guys back together?" And we're like, kind of, well, not really. We've kind of like said, yeah, that was fun. Let's do it again at some point. And dude, let me book you guys a tour. So we said, okay. So at that point, we're like, okay, I guess we're back together officially. And so we booked a 6-week tour that was going to start in March of 2020. And everybody knows what happened in March of 2020. COVID kind of shut down the world. So cut to 2 years later, in October, November of 2022, we finally got to go on said tour, and that was great too. That was crazy. That was coast to coast. We started in
the thing that stopped the world from
yeah, and it was so great though, because luckily most of the venues that we had booked were still around. Only a few of them had closed down. Only a couple we had to reroute and rebook at different places. And thank God, again, people were able to hold on to their tickets that they bought fucking 2 years prior.
2 years, yeah.
So that was amazing, and it was just really cool because we did. How many shows? 30. That was 34 shows in 37 days.
Whoa!
So, yeah.
Wow.
and the days that we weren't playing, we were driving, or. So So there were really, you know, days off. There were really no days off because some of the drives we had to make on those days off was like 10, 12 hours, you know, to get to the next town or whatever. But it was great because literally I think we sold out all of 7 of those shows. They were all sold out. Like literally they were all sold out. And the feather in our cap for us on that particular tour was we got to play the Whiskey A Go-Go in Hollywood, first time for Blitzkid. We were 5 people from selling that out, and that I was just, you know.
This is your YouTube page, right?
Yes,
that is the right YouTube page. Awesome.
Correct. Yep, that's the one.
So
that's
here
the
you
one.
can see a full
What was it like playing Wacken
right
Fest?
there.
Oh, yeah, that's it. The Wacken Open Air was honestly like it was incredible, right? Like you're getting to play one of the biggest metal festivals in the world, you know. And this year, you know, this past year that we played, it was kind of weird because it was being like there was talk of it being canceled or, you know, some days not happening because there was so much rain and stuff that had happened. And where this is outside, it's just a big, you know, it's just in a huge open field. So, you know, there was so much rain and like cars getting stuck in the mud trying to come in. But no, we played on the second to last day, I think it was. Or no, I'm sorry. We played on the last day. It was freaking surreal, man. While we were setting up, we played what was called the wasteland stage, which is kind of set up kind of like to look like a, you know, post-apocalyptic kind of Mad Max kind of stuff, you know. And there's like barrels and, you know, stuff all over the place. And while we played, literally like on either side of this huge stage, there's like these pyro jets like shooting up, and they just kept happening while we were playing. And one of the cool things was, you know, our buddy Rod from a band called The Other. He's like, I was like, dude, they were hooking it up with the pyro for us, man. And he's like, yeah, he was like, you guys are one of the last bands of the night, so normally bands have to pay for that, but you know, since you guys were the last band, they're just, you know, fuck it, just let it go, you know. So we like every few seconds, and I'm talking like these were like 10 feet, like shooting flames up in the air, right? Every few seconds during our set, we were just, it was, you know, and they're so close, you could feel it. You could like, you know, like you're walking, you know, you've been, you know, near an open fire or whatever, a campfire or whatever, you feel that heat, and because they were so intense, like, you know, again, they're not like anywhere near us per se, but you could still feel them because of the sheer volume of them, and it was awesome. While we were setting up to play, I could hear Voivod playing on the main stage. That was fucking awesome. We got to see Killswitch Engage on the main stage earlier that day.
Love them.
It was just insane because, you know, we're from Bluefield, West Virginia. We're playing a fucking festival with Iron Maiden, Megadeth, you know, Killswitch Engage, you know, all these bands, and we're just like, what is happening? You know, so
that is amazing.
We've been extremely blessed, you know, and that's something that we've been wanting to do for at least a decade. But like before we broke up, you know, we were like, we got to play Wacken Open Air. Then we broke up in 2012, and now, you know, 2023 comes around, and they're like, hey, you guys want to play Wacken? And we're like, yes, we do. The only thing that sucked about it, and if anything could suck about it, which was not possible, but the only thing that was kind of not cool was the fact that I still had a torn quad at the time, so I had to play sitting down. You know, but I was there. Damn it, I was there. I made it happen. You know,
that's what matters. I have been wanting to go to Vodkin since I was 12 years old. One day I'll go.
Insane. It's insane. You know, and the thing was for us, it's like, you know, we get there and we go through the, you know, the security checkpoint. and we get into like the main area, and we park, and they're like, okay, so, and mind you, this was at like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We were going on at midnight. So, I'm like, oh man, we got a long time to just, take everything in, blah, blah, blah. So we go and find our, the band area where everybody can go and, get some food, hang out for a minute. And so we did that. Then we go back to our van. We got our bags, got our instruments, et cetera, et cetera. Went to our dressing room area, and this is the coolest thing. It was, welcome, Vakken Open Air logo on our door. It's like, welcome Blitzkid. And we're like, oh my God, so we go in there, and there's a cooler of literally, it's a German beer. It's called Krumbacher. It was branded with the Vakken logo on it. There's like a case of that in the fridge. There's like Vakken Open Air waters, and we're just like, and there's like a huge, probably, 18 by 26 or 11 by 17, whatever, the huge posters. There's that size poster of the lineup on the wall. And so we were just like,
Yes.
took that with us. Yeah. So it was insane. But like during that time, though, like I said, we got there, I'm like, oh, we got like 8 hours to kill. That 8 hours went by in like 20 minutes, it seemed like. Because the next thing I knew, we were like on a golf cart, going to the stage, getting ready to play, and I'm like, holy crap, like where did 7 hours go? What happened? It was surreal, and one of the best moments of my life, for sure.
That's amazing.
Yeah, just
I love seeing these the bands from our area going and doing amazing big things.
it was just really cool. Because like the whole time, like I'm like, we're from Bluefield, and we are in Germany right now playing with the biggest metal festival in the world. Years prior to that, we played another festival in Germany called the Summer Breeze Festival, and that was in like 2007 or 2008. And mind you, like these festivals over there are huge. Doesn't matter which one. You can always count on at least like 40 to 60,000 people at these things. Vakken being the biggest one, it's like 85,000. So,
they don't mess around over there with their festival.
No, they do not.
It is not a fucking. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's serious business. But no, the Summer Breeze is kind of like the little brother of the Vakken Open Air, and we played that, like I said, in 2007, I think it was, and we went on at like 1:30 in the afternoon, and there were still like 30,000 people, and the stage. And the stage was so big. The stage, like my bass player Goolsby and I, we felt like we were like a football field apart, And mind you, we're this horror punk band. We're used to playing, places that are tiny, get hit with each other's guitars while we're on stage. We're so close together. But like on that stage in particular, I just remember laughing because he's like, hey, and I'm like, what? We're trying to communicate, but it's like I'm having to yell like across a field at him. So it's so awesome though. That year we got to play with I'm trying to think, Tankard, Soulfly, God, Heaven Shall Burn, so many bands. I think Volbeat played that year at Summer Breeze. Just crazy. That's the thing. Like everybody, people do those surveys or whatever on Facebook. Like, 5 bands that you've seen, one's a lie. And they're like, dude, there's no way. And I'm like, yep. I'm like, thank you, German festivals. I have absolutely seen that band for sure.
While you're talking, everybody that been on the show knows that I go around and start looking. Blitzkid has a Wikipedia page.
We do.
And
we do.
EPs, releases, compilation. Look at the references. There's plenty of stuff. We could have TB on for the rest of the night and probably the rest. I'm booked every Friday, but I can have you like on other days and kind of keep the story going.
Right? Yeah.
Be here.
It'd be a multi-parter for sure.
I mean,
I
if you
would.
do want to come back and talk about, being on the stage and giving advice, we have a
Absolutely.
lot of musicians that come
Yeah.
in. JT,
Yeah.
Chris, like a bunch of them that come in and come and talk with us. Uh, and it's always good to have advice and to listen to somebody else that's been there.
I'll give you one piece of it. I'll give for every musician that's listening,
There we go.
perhaps right now. And this has been the biggest one for me. The biggest one that has mattered for me is image and look comes second. Learn to play your instruments, become proficient, become great at them, write
Yep.
great songs, and then worry about whatever. It's not about how you look. It's not about your look. It's not about your image or, oh, well, they got this aesthetic and like that's great, but if your songs suck, what's it matter?
No.
You know what I mean?
Because
You know what
we'll
I mean?
go to a show, and if you look good on stage, we're like, oh, you look good, like, oh, awesome. And then they start playing, and you're like,
What the fuck happened? Yeah, yeah. No,
Wow.
Nope.
I'd rather go into somebody where I'm like, oh, what is gonna happen now? And they start playing, and I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck,
Well,
like this was incredible. Like,
that's the thing. Like, and people have told me over the years, they're like, oh, you're such a nice, like, quiet, soft spoken dude on stage, but when you get on stage, it's like, holy crap, and I'm like, because that's where I do my that's where I do my loud talking. You know what I mean? That's where
well,
that's where
that's a stage persona. That's
That's
what
the-
people have to. There's kind of
Yeah.
like two people when you do stuff like that. When you're kind of like two people at all times.
for sure, and it's weird. Again, we were talking about the whole parallels between wrestling and rock and roll earlier. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that for those guys too. They have their character or their wrestling persona, and it's just 9 times out of 10, it's just who they are turned up to 11. Right? That's kind of how it is for a lot of musicians too. It's that's who they are, but it's a little extra. It's them turned up to 11.
Since TB's talking so much about wrestling, favorite wrestler of all times, TB, male, female, male wrestler.
Man, can I give you like my top 5?
I'll take top 5. It's hard. I'll take
okay.
top 5.
Favorite number 1, Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Ooh.
Yes. Woo! Yeah, right. Number two, probably Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yep.
Number three, Bret Hart. Number 4. That's getting hard now. Number 4 would probably be Dusty Rhodes.
Okay.
And number 5, which is probably going to be somewhat controversial, The Ultimate Warrior.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No
That's Mankind, no Undertaker.
No. Well, if we're gonna go, China's awesome.
I said male.
That's
I said
true.
male.
China's awesome. She would definitely be in like top 10.
If we go top 5 females.
China.
I've only got one, and that's Rhea Ripley.
Of course.
She's just
Trish.
beautiful. I don't care about a wrestler. She's a
Trish
beautiful
Stratus.
woman.
Just Trish Stratus.
Trish Stratus. She could still go too, man. She could still.
Oh, yeah.
Female wrestlers. I'm gonna go a little old school. 5 would be Alundra Blaze, aka Medusa Michelli.
Okay.
4 would probably be China. 3 would be Trish Stratus. 2 would be Lita.
Yes.
And
yes.
number 1, as far as modern wrestlers, I would have to say it'd be a 2-way tie between Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley, because they're both they're both so athletic, and what they do looks real. And the thing is, and it goes for both men and women. You can be slow and sloppy, in the ring, and your shit cannot look, real. But like every time I see Rhea Ripley, or especially, and Charlotte too, every time I see both of them wrestle, I'm like, yeah, that looks legit. Because I mean, everybody knows at this point. Everybody knows at this point that wrestling is, I don't want to say fake. It's not fake because it's not fake. The bumps that they take are real.
Yeah.
But and being a fan of that, a fan of professional wrestling, and having friends that have done it and actually been in a ring myself, and goofing around and taking a few bumps, and it hurts. It hurts, So it is not fake. It might be predetermined and it might be somewhat choreographed, but it ain't fake. So yeah, that's the thing. Like, I feel like a lot of I feel like I feel like a lot of
fancy moshing.
Yeah. With flips and submission holds and stuff.
Fenced in mosh pit.
Yeah.
But no, I feel like a lot of, and this is where, I'm going to be angry old man yelling at clouds probably. But I feel like a lot of modern wrestling takes away from the whole aspect of shit that looks real. You know what I mean? Like it's a little more choreographed now. There's a little more
becoming more of a soap opera than anything else right now.
Yeah.
Am I watching WWE or Guiding Light?
No matter what they do, they will never beat the whole Stephanie McMahon, the whole Vince. I'm sorry. No matter what they do, it's like trying to no.
Hey, wait a second. If you know about Guiding Light, how do you not know about Porky's?
Because I was raised in a Christian home by a 60-year-old grandmother.
My mom,
the days of our lives.
With Andre.
Mom had to watch her stories.
Murder, She Wrote, and Matlock, and
Matlock.
Walk with Texas Ranger. That was what I was forced to watch.
And in the heat of the night as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Mama had to watch her stories during the day, right?
Speaking of wrestlers, though, how about Rey Mysterio?
Rey Mysterio is awesome.
He
was one of my faves.
He's great.
I liked Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels is good. Yeah. That's the thing. Like, I can't narrow it. I mean, I gave you the top 5 for me today. Like that's.
Yeah. I get that. I completely get that. It changes every absolute.
Yeah, like next week I could give you 5 more. It's just, especially with
it was just on top of your head right there.
Yeah. I mean, Ric Flair will always be number 1 for me. But and Dusty Rhodes as well. But yeah, the rest of them, it could be different next week or 2 weeks from now or whatever. But no. Getting back to EddieFest, it's you guys. I really appreciate you giving me this time to talk about it, and I really hope that people listen. That's the other thing too for anybody that's listening or watching this right now. Oh, it's in Bluefield, West Virginia. It doesn't matter, man. Like if you're from Charlotte, fucking come out, man. We want everybody there. If you're 2 or 3 hours away, it doesn't matter. Come out. If this isn't just it's a lot of local bands to this area, but it's not just for local people. So
doesn't matter. Go hear some new music. If we could make it, we would come.
I get it.
Unfortunately, they have me booked right over there. Carolina Promotions. Shout out to these guys. They have me booked completely crazy in the month of May. So April has to be a quiet month for me.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
But like I said, Sarah's going to be there. So
we're
going to have another show. She's going to bring us some awesome pictures. So we can also have you back, TB, when we do our special after the festival show. Yeah,
for sure. Hopefully, real quick, if you guys wouldn't mind, a little bit of shameless self-promotion here. Let's play a Gathering of None, my other band that's going to be playing EddieFest.
All right, we can do that for sure.
Thank you.
Let's see, a Gathering of None.
Yep.
If I could spell, it'll be a lot better.
It's funny we get memes from people all the time who have like photoshopped our logo into like a group of nuns. A gathering.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's hilarious, guys.
What song are we doing?
Let's do the Give Up the Ghost quarantine edition. There, that's a favorite of mine personally.
All right.
This we filmed remotely, all 5 of us during COVID.
Wow. Very cool.
Alan.
All right. Well, let's take a listen, and then we'll come back to close the episode. We'll be right back, guys. Take a listen to this.
Literally.
there you have it. Fucking those quarantine videos make me smile. They just fucking make me smile. I had one with my band too
Yes.
back during COVID.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah.
They're so unique.
Yeah, I get shined
Oh,
down
wow.
with Avenged Sevenfold.
Nice. Not any
I was thinking about
comparison.
Miles Kennedy.
Oh, thank you. Great vocalist. Not any comparison we've gotten. That's cool. We typically get like King's
Yeah, he
X.
is great. But
Yeah. But
yeah, your
I don't
voice
know.
reminds me of him a lot, especially when he
Thank
went
you.
off with Slash.
Thank you very much. He's an excellent singer. That's good company to be compared to.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a gathering of none. We will be playing at EddieFest as well. I'm a man of many hats that day. I'm running things. I'm playing. Hopefully going to get some sleep at some point that day.
Sleep? I mean, I wish you the best, but
I'm driving up the night before just so I can get a little bit extra sleep.
So you're coming from like Van Zandt area, yeah, Grundy.
Yeah.
Golden Wave.
Whoa.
Is that what you guys are called still?
Yes.
We used to joke around about how you guys were called the Golden Wave because I went to high school in Pocahontas Indians, and we used to joke around like how
That's where Gretchen Wilson's from.
Pocahontas, Virginia. I don't know, probably not.
Nope. She's from Pocahontas, Illinois.
Oh, okay. So way different than Pocahontas, West Virginia. Pocahontas, Virginia. I promise. We used to joke around. We used to joke around saying like your guys' mascot was P because the Golden Wave for Grundy.
You call it this wave.
Huh?
Is the
call
auction
it the
song
Blitzkid.
about Grundy?
Yes,
Down to the Grundy
it is.
County auction.
It is, yeah.
It is.
Had to have.
To be fair, I went to Council and Hurley for school.
Oh, you were a Cobra and a Rebel.
Yep. And
Did they
my
still-
daughter and my son. Yeah, we still got the Confederate flag.
on the football field, right? On the mountain. Crazy.
And on the doors. Yeah.
On the door still. Wow. I read an article about that a few years back from like the New York Times, and they had interviewed the lone or one of the lone African American gentlemen that played on the football team for them at the time. He was a senior, and he had gotten that tattoo. So I mean, it is it just means something different there than what it would mean to everywhere else. And
yeah.
that's whatever.
We had, there wasn't any racist people over there. We've had kids of all nationalities and races, and I'm like, it's not a race thing.
It's not, and it's just like I think a lot of people, not to get in any like murky like political stuff before we sign off. Jesus Christ, but no, like I think and I don't feel this way. I'm just gonna put that out there. I don't feel this way, but I think for a lot of people in the South, it just means, hey, I'm a rebel, man. I'm against whatever's normal. I'm a rebel, and I'm like, I get it. That's cool, but you can't have that flying around now.
No,
no. So I don't know. I like I said, on the one hand, I understand, but on the other hand, I'm just like, don't.
Yeah, you want to tiptoe and try to be careful.
Yeah, and I don't know. But that's the other thing. I think people are just so
That's always a sensitive topic.
I think people are just so quick to judge without knowing people's true intentions or their hearts now, and that's fucking unfortunate, man. And I don't mean just in this regard. I mean in all walks of life at this point. People are just so quick to, and again, I don't mean cancel culture. I'm not trying to go on an old man rant about that or anything like that. It's just in general, people judge me because I'm fat, right?
I am trying to go on a rant about cancel culture. Everybody's so sensitive now, and everybody gets their feelings hurt so easy. I do not.
Hey, just
doesn't do sensitive people. She can't. There's no filter.
No. Same.
No filter.
So just
the Manda K that you get on here is filtered. This is as filtered as it gets. Her podcast are as filtered as I am. I even have to catch myself. So when you hear me say moving right along, it's because I was about to say some fucked up shit that ain't supposed to be said on live.
I get it.
And anyways, we can have other episodes to talk about the other fucked up shit. But
so to hit up a comment that we got while we were talking about this, Chris, I agree with you. I don't feel good about that flag either. And I'm from the deep South as well. I live in Southwest Virginia, West by God, Virginia. So, and I don't see any reason. I don't see any reason for it to be needed. So. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's icky. Let's just say that. It's an ick.
Yeah.
It's an ick. It's things that we don't necessarily need anymore, and we just need to kind of do away with it.
Yeah.
My son is obsessed with Dukes of Hazzard, so he don't understand what that flag is. And he tried to put that on his car. He's fixing up a Galaxy with his papa.
You're like, no. Yeah.
That was a different time, son. That was a different time.
Yeah.
They can do that. That's
you can't do that. And I'm from Canada, right? So I have no fucking clue what I'm doing down here. I'm just learning everything that's going on. I'm all like, oh shit. Oh,
have you had you're in North Carolina as well, right? Mm-hmm. Have you had biscuits and gravy yet?
She has. She's not a fan, and I've made them homemade from scratch for her. She loves biscuits.
That's it. Turn the podcast off. I'm done.
It's the gravy. I'm not down with the gravy.
What kind of?
It's because we put lard in everything. It's because we put Crisco in everything. It is our main ingredient for everything. Everything. It doesn't matter what it is.
Or bacon grease. Bacon grease, yeah.
We Crisco our bacon. The fuck you mean? It's North Carolina. That's what we do. In the South, that's what you do. That's just what you do. Your staple is Crisco and flour and milk.
Fast that weight came in? That fast. Biscuits and gravy and Crisco and fried chicken and everything's so fucking good. But
there's some excellent barbecue down y'all's way too.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started.
And we got a good barbecue joint right here in town, Barbecue King. Shout out Lincoln, Barbecue King.
I'm gonna check it out. If I'm ever down that way.
If you're ever down this way, just send us a message. And
Absolutely,
meet up somewhere for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll go get some brisket, some pulled pork. We'll fucking tie it on, man.
For sure.
Bojangles for breakfast and brisket for lunch.
Absolutely.
Our
poor toilets.
And Scooter's coffee for a snack.
Right.
Coffee, always coffee.
Morning, noon, and night.
I want to bring you guys back after the festival so we can talk about how.
Yeah, for sure.
After Sarah has edited all her pictures, so she can show off everything that she's done over there. If you have videos, we'll show them. But before I let you go, TB, I have a question. At every episode, before I let my guests go, I have my NYXUS question. I think it helps. It helps me sometimes. I hope it helps people that can watch the show. You never know who's watching, who needs to hear what. Without going in details, any details that you don't want to go into, if you had a chance to sit down with a younger version of yourself, at any point, at any age, a turning moment, what would you tell yourself?
Wow.
It's a deep one.
Don't.
Sometimes
she likes it. She likes to roll it on thick,
like butter, right? Speaking
like Crisco.
Like Crisco, exactly. No. always, always, as you get older, young man, always believe in yourself and always try your best, even when you don't want to. Always treat people as you want to be treated, and never, ever play poker with the guy who has the same first name as a state or city.
Texas.
And never, ever, 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 ever eat yellow snow. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Those last two are from Teen Wolf. I'm just playing. No, just.
reference.
Thank you.
I'm a big Teen Wolf fan, so that's why I was muted, but I was laughing really loud.
You stick with that. Everything else is gonna be cream cheese, man. Honestly, always believe in yourself. Treat people the way you want to be treated, and do not finish college, even if it means that you have to do the band thing, as a side thing or whatever. Finish college. That's it. Don't have some limits. Have some limits when you're imbibing with some alcohol or food or tobacco, whatever. Have some limits. That's it. Pretty simple stuff.
Everything is good in moderation.
Exactly.
Very wise advice. Very wise advice. But I have a feeling like I can't let you go before we put that evil curse on you. Sarah, do you want to be the person to put the evil curse on TB and know what the answer is?
You've a curse has been placed on you, and you can only listen to one song for the rest of your life. What is it going to be?
Oh God. That's
evil. Let's talk. Thank you.
Hey, you get to hang out with your favorite child all the rest of your life. Which one is it? God damn it.
Like Crisco. See it.
All right. You know what? I got it, because this song, I could be angry, I could be sad, I could be depressed, I could be happy. This song always elevates that mood, whether it gets me out of being depressed, being sad, makes me happier, makes me not angry. And this is probably going to surprise you guys. And again, full disclosure, it's going to be an old guy answer, and I don't fucking care. The Cowboy Song by Thin Lizzy.
Do I know that one?
If not, you should. I guarantee you, when you listen to that song, you're gonna smile. You're gonna smile, and you'll be like, "Man, that's a cool song."
Okay, I have it here.
I've never
I
heard
won't be able to play it because that song is gonna get me hit with copyrights.
Yeah, no. You listen to it. You listen to it off air, and you let me know.
That's it. As soon as we close this episode, I'm gonna hit play there and see what plays.
And full disclosure, the song is literally about, from what I can surmise, it's literally about a guy who literally was worked in a rodeo and how he enjoyed that life. But it's just such a fun, positive, just cool sounding song, and it's got ripping guitar in it all the way through. That's where it hits me. So yeah, the Cowboy Song, Thin Lizzy, absolutely.
We're gonna make sure we listen to that before we let you go, TB. Where can we follow you? What's the best place? Where can we follow you to get all the updates on everything?
Me personally, I have my Facebook page. I don't know the direct link right off hand. A Gathering of None is on Instagram at A Gathering of None official. Blitzkid, official Blitzkid on Instagram. Same thing as Facebook. The Big Bad, I think it's facebook.com, The Big Bad West Virginia. Instagram at The Big Bad West Virginia, I believe. If guys, full disclosure, if I'm wrong on any of these, I apologize. That's just off the top of my head right now.
I'm gonna give you a tip. Make a link tree and put all those in one link tree, and then we are gonna be golden to find you everywhere.
Yes, yeah, exactly, exactly. I need to do that on my personal Facebook page, especially. But yeah, and also official EddieFest on Instagram as well. Just facebook.com/EddieFest on Facebook, and that's
plenty of tickets still to be gotten for EddieFest, guys.
Yes.
So don't go ahead, get some tickets. And
absolutely, if you guys are cool with coming and paying full price at the door day of, that's fine. But we are offering I have tickets here personally for those who are local who want to pick them up for $5 off the door price at $20. They're advanced tickets, and on our Eventbrite page where we have them on sale online, if you enter coupon code Eddie24, I think it is, you get $17. $17 for 14 bands, guys. I mean, can't go wrong.
That's a steal.
That's like more than that's like just a little over $1 a band at that price. What the fuck?
Yep, and it's not just music; it's a community. It's
exactly
the people are amazing. You're gonna get to meet those bands after they sit down at their merch
the people
table.
around it.
It's amazing.
And there's killer food downstairs at the rail yard as well. So.
And you get to meet these two. So
exactly.
Go meet them and go give Sarah a big hug from me.
I will give you a teaspoon of Crisco if you come meet me at EddieFest.
There you go. There you go. You better walk around with your Crisco.
I'm gonna have the bucket, and I'm gonna have a teaspoon thing.
Oh man.
I'm gonna go down.
Take pictures of
There's
that,
gonna be new NYXUS podcast merch that says she puts it on thicker than Crisco.
Oh,
yeah.
I want one. I want a shirt.
Put it on thicker than Crisco. That's what we're gonna make some.
Seems like we have a new merch coming up. Maybe we could get Sophie, our oldest. I'm sure she could draw something pretty cool. All right, let's make it happen. Time for new shirts.
Boom. There we go.
And let's try to hook up with my merch guy because
Yeah, absolutely.
He's a wonderful person in general.
They're doing amazing. He's doing amazing things. I mean,
shout out again to Andy from my merch guy.
All right,
I got
guys.
to meet
Anything?
him
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I got to meet him at the grand final, and he was the sweetest person.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Very cool.
Very
well,
cool.
Phoebe, Sarah.
Yes.
I mean, you live with me. You're right over there. But thank you for being here, guys.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime, like I said, we'll pick up another date after you guys have the festival, and we'll talk about it.
Yep, I'll give you the rundown, and me and Sarah can give you the rundown of things.
Sounds awesome, guys.
She'll be like, it was weird. He had Crisco with him the whole time.
I'm gonna get a picture of that. That's my point. I'm gonna get over there. And
I'm so bringing it. I'm getting like the Sam's Club one too. I ain't fucking
Again, when's the festival?
April 27th, 2024. Starts at 12 p.m. Goes to 11 p.m. and it's going to be at the Clover Club, which is upstairs from the rail yard in Bluefield, by God, West Virginia.
I'm gonna try my best to try to get a T-shirt to you guys with the
please
thicker than Crisco.
Hey, and check this out. For having me on, if we have any of them left over, let me know your size in advance, and I'll send you an EddieFest T-shirt.
Awesome, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
I'll wear it proudly. But I'm gonna try to get that shirt out to you guys before the festival.
I love it.
Oh my
God,
yes.
Chris, I don't know if you're still here. I don't know who's here anymore, but JT, Chris, Robert. I mean, there's a lot of people. Savvy, Adam, Mark. Did I mention Mark? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. My co-hosts, ladies.
Bye.
And
thank you so much.
TB. All right, let's rock out EddieFest and let's see what goes on after.
Thank you guys so much.
Good night, guys.
Y'all have a great night.
Good night. You as well.
Oh, at one point she said, yeah, what Manda said. Good night, guys.
Bye.
Good night.